being on some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills.
What is good, YouTube? 2K18 Snipe here, back at another video day. Today, guys, we are going to be going over what players not to buy, which players you want to buy, and also some low MT and some high MT snipe filters. Now, to get into it, guys, you guys have all been asking me about this, which Sapphire Historic players to buy and which ones don't to buy. So, the main Sapphire Historic players, the main thing we're going to start off with is the main ones you really want to stay away from are any of the Bulls and any of the Celtics Sapphire Historic players. And then now I'm gonna start off with a low MT filter. So if we just do like 500 MT, and let's just say like 2500 MT max, right? And we stroll over to this 4-hour mark, you're gonna see there's just like a bunch of Bulls and Celtics players, right? And there's like a Tyronn Lue. So basically what you want to do is you want to buy every card you see on this filter except for 4 cards. So these are the only 4 cards you guys have to memorize for this filter. It's this Antonio Davis, Tyronn Lue, any Celtics players like this, and any Bulls players. Those are the main ones you want to stay away from this. Any other one you see you want to buy right away. Now, if we're going to be going up for, like, if you want to just stroll over with 500 MT, so there's too many players to really go through. It'd be like an hour-long video if I did that. So I'm just going to be going over, like, you know, the best ones you want to try to buy. So the best ones you really want to try to buy, I'm going to give you a list of, like, the top 10 to really look for. And this is probably the best way to go because so what I'm going to do is all the other cards that I don't mention in these top 10, they're all only like 5,000 or 6,000 MT. So you're better off just doing that first filter I showed you guys. But the cards that are a little bit more expensive here is the Vince Carter, this Richard Jefferson. So Vince Carter, Richard Jefferson are expensive. And if we keep going through here, I'll show you guys some more. So this guy right here on the Warriors, I'm not going to butcher his name, but he's really expensive. So him. And then the T-Mac is around 10,000 MT, so he could be a nice pickup as well. Urson on the Bucks is really good as well. And then there's 5 more, so we got Verjao is really good. This Aaron Bush is really expensive right now. Clipper players are also really good. The next one you guys are wanting to know about will be any of the Grizzly players. Mike Miller, Tony Allen, Shane Battier, Jason Williams. You're going to want to buy Wesley Matthews, who's on Portland. He's really expensive, probably the most expensive Sapphire one in the game. You're going to want to buy, let's see if there's any others. This Nene is a really good card. I sell him for around 10 to 15K almost every single time. Keith Van Horn's another good one. There's the Matthews talking about. This Derek Harper is really good. Good price. Mike Dunleavy. Enes Kanter. Avery Johnson. And then for the most part, PJ Brown. John Starks. Doc Rivers. There's the Battier and Tony Allen. Sam Perkins is around 10K. And that is pretty much everyone, guys. So like I said, it's hard to go through all the other little ones. All the other guys besides the guys I mentioned. So those guys I mentioned, you know, study their pricing. I try to help you guys out the most I can without making a super long video. But the guys I listed are the guys that are worth more than 10,000 MT. So you're going to want to snipe those for, you know, at least 5,000 MT. All the other Sapphire stores, you can just do that filter I told you where you 500 minimum, 2,500 max, and buy everyone besides the Celtics players, Bulls players, Tyrone Hill, and Antonio Davis. So that's how the Sapphire works. Now if we go into the Ruby Historic, for this filter, the low MT filter for this is going to be, I think we're going to do like 3,000. Let's see. yeah, so you're going to want to do 3,000 MT max. And you're going to want to buy, or actually no, we're going to go a little bit lower than this. Hold up. We're going to go about 2,000. We're going to go 2,000 max. This is would be a good low MT filter for you guys. And the players you're going to want to buy is every single person you see that pops up at the 4-hour mark, besides Otis Thorpe, Dennis Rodman, and that is it. Every single other player you see. So if you see a Jordan, anybody like that, you're going to want to buy him immediately. Slash the low MT filter. Then, for the expensive cards, we're going to go through here really fast. So the expensive ones, so like I said, like Jordan, like he's a good card, but like you can use that filter I just showed you guys for the Jordan. Now, for the expensive ones where you're going to want to do some more research on them, but I'm going to tell you which ones they are Richard Jefferson. These are all the cards over 10K, guys. So Richard Jefferson is one. The next one is going to be is Allen Iverson. It's around 10K MT. Doug Christie is around 10,000 MT. And then we have trying to see what other ones there are on here that I remember. Kyle Korver is not a bad card. This is the best one in the collection, actually, guys. This is Morris Peterson right here. And then we have I'm trying to see if there's any others. I know there's definitely more sapphires than the ruby ones. The next one is going to be this Kendall Gill right here. Is a pretty expensive card, actually. Ralph Sampson can sometimes be worth 10,000 MT, so you're going to want to look at that card for sure. Rod Strickland's an expensive card. If we keep looking over here. And like I said, you know, Jalen Rose, that's another really good one. A lot of these cards, you know, they fluctuate in price up and down a lot. So you can't really, like, you know, keep my word for these because a lot of them go up and down a lot in MT. You know, and like I said, Ruby's kind of easier because there's not as many of, like, these really expensive ones. Austin Carr, that's another one, guys, to pick up, and he actually comes up a lot. Terry Porter is not bad card to pick up for around that more expensive price. So these are all for more people, you know, with more MT that want to do snipe other than just like the 2500 max filter. Calderon's another good one. This Muchie Bogues is also really expensive. And then also there could be some other cards that like I'm not seeing currently because like they may be so rare they're not even listed. That's even a possibility, guys. But for the most part, those are all the ones you want to do for that. And now we're going to move on to another filter, which is just for low MT, Ruby Shooting Guard, Theme Historic, Team Bulls, and you're going to see what I'm going to see what he's worth right now, guys. I haven't looked in a while. It's about 39. So you're going to want to do 3,000 MT, and any card you see. So it's only going to be Jordan. Pick that up. It comes up a lot. That's a good low MT, guys. The last one is going to be Ruby Moments. This is for last one for low MT. It's going to be Ruby Moments, 500 max, 2,000. Now, I don't even know that much about this filter, guys. All I know is that you want to buy all the big names. So LeBron, Giannis, Westbrook, people like that. Those are the ones you want to buy. They're really big names. Like I said, I'm not overly familiar with this, you know, this filter. So, you know, don't take my word on it. But that's another really good low MT filter if you figure out those players are worth. Now for the high MT filters, you can just do Pink Diamond, minimum buyout 500 MT. A lot of people sit on this and they actually get Hardens. I got Pink Diamond Jordan a little bit earlier. Now a really consistent high MT filter is just Diamond, 500 MT. And you're going to want to stroll over. And at this 4-hour mark, you're going to want to see if there's any things. Now, the things that I can't teach you guys because there's too many to go over is that certain cards that have diamond shoes are worth a lot, so you want to look for these diamond shoes. And then mainly just any of these cards that aren't coming up. So the ones that, you know, like you got Kevin Durant, LeBron James, the 97 overall rating one, the 97 Westbrook, just players like that. Those are the players you don't want to get with this filter. Then the last high MT filter that you can do, guys, that I'm going to talk about today, is just hard strobing this Bobby Jones. You want to have at least 100k MT to do this, because if you see one for 100k, you don't want to be able to not be able to buy it, because it's a really good snipe if you miss it. So that's pretty much it for that video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a long video, so please watch it all the way through. You know, give me that support, guys. You guys were requesting this video. Well, hopefully it helps you out a little bit more. I'll do more in-depth stuff later on. Make sure you subscribe and smash that like button.